Hey guys, hope you're doing good. Today I am doing a collaboration video with my good friend Nia, who is here on YouTube on Nia's Nest, and then also Sam and Nia. I will have both of her channels linked below. Nia's Nest is her mom's channel, and then she also has a daily vlog channel with her husband Sam. So Nia and I are both moms. We're both Christian moms, and we're both moms to multiple children. So we have quite a few things in common, and we're good friends. So we thought it would be fun to do a collaboration and answer some questions that you guys might have on being a mom to multiple children. So we both posted on our social media sites just to ask you guys if you had any questions on being a mom to multiple children. So we looked through the questions and we picked out a few that we felt would resonate well with the season of life that we're in and the rest of the audience of all of you guys that are watching. So I'm going to have my Q&A video, and then Nia will also have her Q&A video. I will link hers below, but in both of the videos we are answering different questions. So if there's a question that you asked that I didn't answer in this video, it might be in the video that she posts on her channel. So be sure to go over there, check out that video, and then while you're over there, definitely subscribe to her, show her some love. Alright, so jumping into my first question, do your parenting styles evolve and change with each child? And if so, how? Absolutely. Just like every child is different, what they require as far as parenting and disciplining and teaching and instructing, it's going to be different as well, because it's going to have to flow with their personality type. All of my children have very different personalities. My oldest daughter, Fiona, is outgoing, she is more vivacious, she's more challenging, she is a world changer. My son Ezra is way more laid back. He'll go with the flow, he's more calm. He is kind of like the calm to the storm. If we have any kind of craziness, he is chill. So my parenting styles for the both of them are very, very different. They demand different things. So I do definitely think that your parenting style has to change and evolve with each child. You kind of have to be on your toes. Before I had any other kids, when I just had Fiona, I would look at other people and think that they were doing it wrong because they didn't do it the way that I did it. But in reality, they had a completely different child than me.
Next question comes from Saved by Incredible Grace, and she wants to know, what are your favorite ways to relax and have mommy time? I love this question because I think a lot of moms put mommy time to the side and just disregard it because there's so much going on, but we really shouldn't do that. I think what makes us who we are as moms, and even better moms than we could be, is by recognizing who we are and giving ourselves mommy time. So I would say probably the main way that I give myself mommy time is just utilizing my kids' bedtime and their nap time. I try to schedule it out. I always have a to-do list in the evening, and so I'll start with doing something productive, and as I check off my list, I'll make sure that I leave a certain amount of time before their nap is over or before it's time for me to go to bed, so that I can just unwind and have some me time, whether that's reading a book, watching something on Netflix, making a YouTube video, scrolling social media, whatever. Just as long as I have a certain amount of time to have alone time where I'm not focused on the housework or anything else but what I really want to be doing in that time. And then I also have my one little go-to thing, and that is to have a little treat for yourself in the house, like your favorite chocolate or your favorite cookie, and kind of hide it from the rest of the family. I don't always hide it from my husband, but he's pretty respectful of that stuff anyways. But just something that you can go to in those moments where you're absolutely stressed out, the kids are going crazy, no one napped, dinner's late, everything. You can just go sneak a treat, and for some reason, that's a little bit of mommy time for me, and it helps me to calm down and relax from the day.
Is it more difficult to go from having 2 children to 3 than from 1 child to 2? I love both of your channels, by the way, and I've been subscribed for a long time. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And it is definitely harder, at least it was in my situation, to go from having 1 to 2 children than from going to 2 to 3. I feel like the transition from 2 to 3 was so much easier. You're already busy, you've already got 2 kids, so what's another one? I feel like it was a lot easier for me. Going from 1 to 2 was difficult because I didn't know if I was going to be able to love another child as much as I loved Fiona. I dealt with guilt having another baby because it took time away from her. I didn't know how to juggle, and it was difficult. It was a very hard adjustment for me. But going from 2 to 3 was really actually a lot easier, just because I already felt like I'm already going crazy. I'm already trying to take care of all these kids.
Okay, this next question comes from Jenny Grand, and she wants to know, how do you keep your spouse and date nights a priority with multiple kids, jobs, schedules, etc.? I'm a new mama to a little boy, and I find it a challenge, but it's so important. Well, Jenny, you're right. It is so important. I feel like the way that we've been able to have that as a priority in our life is just by sitting down and deciding together as a couple that we are going to have someone available to babysit for us. We recently hired like a regular babysitter who we can call in the evening or on weekends and go see a movie or dinner while the kids are winding down and getting ready for bed. And just making sure that you talk about those things with your spouse, basically just like planning that alone time together into your week. I feel like that's what helps us keep it a priority, and it actually like stays a priority. If you're not able to go out on dates, if you don't have a babysitter or a relative nearby, one thing we do very often, like on a weekly basis, is just cuddle up on the couch or in our bed and watch some Netflix, eat some snacks, and that's always a really sweet and fun time. And I think it's really important, even if you're not going out, just to spend quality alone time together where you're not focused on other things around the house and you're just focused on each other.
So this next question, Nia and I are both going to answer. You're going to hear my answer first, and then it's going to go over to her answer on this. But I think it'd be really beneficial for you to be able to hear both of our ideas and thoughts on this answer, because we are both moms. This is kind of the same season of life that we're in, and we're both Christians. I had my twins when my son was 3, so I'm a former 3 under 3 mama as well. Mine are 9 and 6 now though, but I know how exhausted you must be. I know my kids are older, but I still feel like this question could apply to me. How do you go about Bible study time with your kids? Do you have a children's devotional that you would recommend, or any other advice on how I can enrich them more in that area? Thanks. This is such a good question, and one that I think I'm still on the journey. No, I know that I'm still on the journey of figuring out. But as far as my home and kind of what I've seen in other families that I admire and that I like their parenting style and the way that they do things, is it revolves around consistency and kind of making it your lifestyle. So just talking to your kids about the Bible, talking to your kids about God during your everyday life. When you're outside with your kids looking at flowers or animals, asking them who created that. Or if you see a rainbow in the sky, asking them, what does that rainbow mean? What does that symbolize? And it symbolizes God's promise. I think things like that are small but very impactful ways of just reestablishing truth in their minds and getting them to be thinking about things on a daily basis. Now, we sat down at the table a couple days ago, and I just got out normal computer paper and I got out some crayons, and we talked about the story of Noah's Ark. So we sat down with our crayons and we drew rainbows, and we talked about what that symbolizes. We drew boats, we drew all the animals, and so then we kind of talked about different kinds of animals. We talked about a Bible lesson. They got to color for a little while, which is stimulating for them and something creative. And then I got to take their pictures and put it on the refrigerator so then they can see that, and it's nice to kind of display their artwork, and then they feel good about themselves and the things that they make. We also do memory verses. I've talked about in one of my other videos that Fiona knows Genesis 1:1. Simple verses like that they can learn and they can memorize, maybe that you can put hand motions to. Now, the mama who asked this question, your specific kids are 6 and 9 years old, so they're a little bit older, but I still think that following those guidelines of making it part of your daily life, talking about it, making it a part of your conversation, but then also setting aside specific time to maybe not color, but maybe memorize scripture or talk about theology every day, maybe even after dinner time as a family or something like that. I mean, you can evolve it to your situation and how old your children are. I still think it's important though, being intentional about specific time and then also making it a part of your daily life.
One thing that I've always done is read the Bible and pray with my kids before bedtime. And I recently just started feeling like that's just not enough. It's very routine and they expect it, and it just kind of comes at the end of our day. So a few weeks ago, I pulled out a little stack of Bibles during my coffee time. I'm a big coffee drinker, and I sit down every morning and have a cup of coffee. Usually I feel like the kids are playing, they're either inside or outside, and it's just usually a chill time at my house. So I pulled out a stack of books the other day of their little children's Bibles, and I told them to pick one, sit by mommy on the couch, and we were going to read the Bible together. And it went really good. It lasted like a full 5 to 10 minutes, which doesn't sound long, but I'm sure those of you who are mothers of multiple children, 10 minutes of peace and quiet is actually really awesome while your kids are still awake. And so incorporating something like that into like the beginning of our day just really helped us start out on a good note. I felt centered and ready to start my day. And then, just like all the little situations that can happen with young ones, getting into an argument with siblings, getting in trouble at school, any kind of situation, just talking them through it and pointing their eyes towards Jesus no matter what's going on. That's just a really natural and pure way to bring God into the home and help your little ones focus on Him.
I hope that you guys enjoyed this. This was fun being able to collab with my good friend and put our thoughts together in our own videos and just answer some questions that you guys had. If you did ask some questions and we didn't answer them, please feel free to comment below and I will be more than happy to comment below and respond to you. Be sure to go on over to Nia's channel and watch the other questions and answers that we had, and don't forget to subscribe to her while you're over there as well. And if you are over here from her channel, subscribe to me. I'd love to get to know you as a subscriber and have you follow along my journey of being a mother as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.